Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be replacing the door mirror on a Honda Jazz or a Acura Fit if you're in America. First thing to do is remove the inside door panel. Using a little trim removing tool, starting at the front, unhook the door trim on the handle. Work your way along the armrest rather than the handle, just undoing the little clips underneath. It should just pull away and slide backwards. Next you want to do the connector for the power window. And there's these 3 screws that just hold the remainder of the armrest to the door trim. One little Phillips screw in the door handle. And with that taken out, you're going to get your fingers on the front and pull the whole thing towards the front of the car. As you can see, the little screw hole behind in the door has now disappeared. And that should just pull off the door a little. And you'll see the little brown catch there that holds the mechanism, the bar that opens the actual door. Slide that out the way, it just spins round. You should be able to pop the door handle off and be left with the bar on the inside the door. Then working your way from the bottom of the door, there's a little cutout there. Using your trim removal tool, if you've got one, or a big screwdriver, just work your way around the edge of the door, undoing all the little trim clips that are behind it. Then pull the door from the bottom, slide it upwards, and that whole inner door card piece should come off, leaving you looking something like this. Once you've peeled that little bit of plastic away from the inside the door, I've marked there the mirror connector, and there's a little tag there marked as well. Disconnect those. There's a little rubber bung on the top of the door that covers one of the bolts that hold the mirror on. You need to pop that off. And then there, the 3 holes marked, you need to put a 10mm socket on an extension to undo some little bolts that are inside. Yeah, I've tried to take the best photos I can, just showing you where they are. Slightly better picture there of one up inside the door. And then just one by one. And that's just a 10mm socket on an extension bar. Undo all 3 of those bolts. Then you can take, in my case, what's left of the mirror, or the whole mirror if you're just replacing the whole mirror, off from the outside. Pop the new one in place. As you can tell, not quite the right colour here, but it was cheap. Then get inside and just do the 3 bolts back up. You'll be able to see there that the wiring hasn't actually been clipped in right from the factory for the mirror. Shoving the cable in from the mirror, it just gets all bunched up inside, and you can see the little brown connector there which needs to clip in the side of the door. You want to route that down so it doesn't get in the way of the window as it goes up and down. Pop the small brown clip that was in the previous photos at the bottom there, clip the connector in, and I've put it back in the position it should be. Put the plastic cover back on the door. At this point I did check the function of the mirror worked correctly. The trim clips that are left in the door, I'm going to remove all of those and actually put them back in the door card. Then you can slide the door on from the top over the lock and release button. And just go around, bang it all in place until it's flush with the door again. Screw the armrest, the inner armrest, back onto the door. Connect up your window switch. Put the door handle back in, just putting the little bar back in the receptacle. Slide the little catch over to hold it in place, otherwise it will rattle loose and you won't be able to open the door from the inside. Pop the handle in place and then just slide it backwards so you get to see the hole where the screw goes in, and pop the screw back in place. Put the little bung back in at the front of the door that covered up the 3rd hole for the mirror. Put the rest of the armrest on, clipping it on at the back first. Just give it a tap along its length until it clips into place. And there you have it, all done. It's a 10mm socket, extension bar, ratchet